Yeah, boys! That is right! We did it! We did it! We did it! We motherfucking did it! Yeah! We are headed to the Super Bowl! Hell yeah! Never thought we'd do it. I'm so glad we got Brady, man. Ever since we got Brady, man, shit been doing amazing. Yeah! Them motherfuckers, they tried to stop me. They tried to. And the Chiefs blew out the Tennessee Titans. So it gonna be us and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's what we're talking about. Look at this box score right here. Alright. Check it out. Alright, New Orleans scored 14 points in the first, and we scored 7. Second quarter, they scored 13. They scored touchdown. Then they scored another touchdown. Then they was going for a extra point, and we blocked that motherfucker. For us, we got a touchdown, another touchdown, 2 pats. We both got both them pats, and then I kick it off, and the stupid sumbitch go out of bounds. Give us 2 points. Let's go. So at 13 and 23. In the third, they didn't score nothing. We scored 7. That's what I'm talking about, boys. In the fourth, they scored 10, and we didn't score nothing. But we got that field goal in OT, and everything good. Quick update on the stadium here. Still under construction, but about done. Look at, here comes the breaking news and everything. Yeah. Really, guys, we are dominating up in this beach. So, I guess I'll see you guys at the Super Bowl. But that isn't all you guys get to see. You guys get to see the Pro Bowl. And I'm gonna go back to Manhattan and watch it in my apartment in Central Park. Goodbye. Alright guys, it is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and today we are having a recap at the NFL playoff, and we are also going to take a quick little look at the Pro Bowl roster. Alright, so here we go. So, here are the teams that made it to Wild Card. We got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Patriots, the Titans, the Steelers, the Bills, and the Broncos. Both made it to Wild Card. This is the team that made it to Divisional, which got the first round bye and was the best team during the playoffs. Kansas City got the Divisional bye. And now let's take a look at the NFC, my bad. I'm on crack right now. I'm surprised I can even talk without stuttering. Shit, I just stuttered. Alright, so for the wild card on NFC, let's see, we got Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, Green Bay, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Sorry, I didn't recognize that symbol. And for the divisional bye, it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that made it to got the divisional bye. Alright, so let's take a look again at the Bengals versus Patriots match. Take a quick look. Damn, they barely scored any points. Neither team scored any points, in the first or second half until the New England Patriots got a touchdown and a point after touchdown in the third. Cincinnati still hasn't scored. Then, in the fourth quarter, New England scored a touchdown and a point after, and Cincinnati scored 2 touchdowns and 2 point afters. And the match went to overtime, and Cincinnati scored a touchdown in overtime, which made them win. And they would move on to fight the Tennessee Titans, who would later kick their ass. But anyway, let us go to the Tennessee Titans versus Pittsburgh Steelers match. Alright, so neither Pittsburgh or Tennessee scored in the first quarter. In the second, Pittsburgh got the touchdown and a point after. Then, in the third quarter, Tennessee gets a touchdown and point after. Then the fourth quarter, Pittsburgh gets a field goal, and Tennessee gets 2 touchdowns and 2 point afters, which made the final score 10-21. They would move on to fight the Cincinnati Bengals. Alright, so let's look at the next match, which was the Buffalo Bills versus the Denver Broncos. Alright, in the first quarter, Denver got the field goal and Buffalo got the field goal. Then in the second quarter, Denver got the field goal and Buffalo Bills got a touchdown, but Buffalo Bills either missed the kick or it got blocked. One or the other happened. So they just got a touchdown, no pat. And then in the third quarter, Buffalo didn't even score, and Denver got 2 touchdowns and 2 point afters, and nobody scored in the fourth quarter, which left it with a weird score of 20-9. Alright, so Denver Broncos win, which means they fight Kansas City, as Kansas City got the bye. So let's take a look here at the Bengals versus Titans match. Alright, here we go. Did I show you this already? I'm sorry if I did, but if I didn't, I'll tell you anyway. Alright, Tennessee got the field goal. Cincinnati didn't score. Then in the second quarter, Tennessee got the field goal, and Cincinnati got 2 touchdowns and 2 point afters. In the third quarter, Cincinnati didn't score, but Tennessee got a touchdown and then either missed the kick or got blocked by Cincinnati. And then in the fourth, Tennessee got 2 touchdowns and 2 point afters, and Cincinnati got 1 touchdown and 1 point after. And that led Tennessee to win by 5 points, which means they would go on to the finals to fight the Kansas City Chiefs. But first, let's take a look at the Kansas City versus Broncos match. Alright, Kansas City and Mahomes. Alright, well, Denver and Kansas City both matched in the first quarter with 1 touchdown and 1 point after for each. Then in the second quarter, Denver got a touchdown and a point after, and Kansas City got 2 touchdowns, 2 point afters, and a field goal, I believe. That would round up to 17. In the third quarter, Denver did not score, and Kansas City got the touchdown, but either missed the field goal or it got blocked by Denver. And then in the fourth quarter, Denver got a touchdown and either missed the field goal or it got blocked by Kansas City. So there's a little bit of revenge there after Kansas City missed. But Kansas City got the touchdown and a point after. That made the score 20-37, so 17 points. And then in the AFC Championship match, this was a good match, but it was a blowout. First quarter, Kansas City scored a touchdown and a point after and get a field goal. Tennessee still hasn't scored. Then, that means Kansas City got 2 possessions and scored a touchdown on the first and kicked a field goal on the second. That means Tennessee got 2 possessions and didn't score on neither. So Kansas City defense must have been on top that time. Anyway, in the second half, they both matched touchdowns. 2 touchdowns with 2 point afters. So they both got 14 points. And then in the third quarter, they matched again with a touchdown and a point after. But then, in the fourth quarter, Tennessee got a touchdown and a point after, but Kansas City got a touchdown, a point after, and then scored a field goal, which left the final score 28-41 and made Kansas City the AFC champions. Now, let's look over on the NFC game. I figured Aaron Rodgers would beat Drew Brees, but after they got beat by Tom Brady, New Orleans stepped up their game. But let's take a look here. Chicago versus New York wildcard match. New York Giants did not score in the first. Chicago got a field goal. New York Giants got a touchdown and 1 point after, another touchdown, and no point after. So that means they got a touchdown, kicked the point after, made it, got another touchdown, either kicked the point after and missed it, or it got blocked by Chicago. And Chicago just got a touchdown and a point after. In the third quarter, New York Giants did not score at all, and Chicago got a touchdown and a point after. In the fourth quarter, Chicago get a touchdown and no point after, so they either missed the field goal or it got blocked by New York. And New York got a touchdown, a point after, and kicked the field goal, which made the game all tied up, and it went to overtime. I wish I watched that match. Son of a bitch. Anyway, New York scored a touchdown in overtime, and sadly, Chicago got beat and eliminated. Then, this was a blowout match. Philadelphia versus Green Bay in a wild card. So Philadelphia got the touchdown and point after. Green Bay got 2 touchdowns, 2 point afters. And then that leads the lead down to just a touchdown and a point after. And the second half, Green Bay just get a touchdown and point after. Philadelphia get touchdown, a point after, and a field goal. Then in the third quarter, Green Bay got a touchdown and a point after, and Philadelphia no score. Then in the fourth, Green Bay get the touchdown and a point after. Philadelphia still no score. Left the final match to 35-17. Now let's go San Fran versus San Francisco versus New Orleans. I keep forgetting that symbol. This was a close match, kind of. All they had to do was kick a field goal and it'd be tied. New Orleans nor San Francisco scored in the first. New Orleans finally kicked the field goal in the second quarter, which made their lead just a field goal. San Francisco still no score. Then, in the third quarter, they both get a touchdown and point after, and in the fourth quarter, they both get a touchdown and point after, leads the final score 17-14. Now let's take a look at New Orleans versus Green Bay. Alright, Green Bay got a field goal in the first quarter, and New Orleans didn't score. Then in the second half, Green Bay get a touchdown and a point after, and New Orleans gets a touchdown and a point after. Then, in the third quarter, Green Bay gets a touchdown and a point after, and New Orleans still doesn't score. And New Orleans made a comeback in the fourth quarter and kept Green Bay from scoring again, which led to their win and moved to the finals in the NFC Championship. Green Bay didn't score. New Orleans got 2 touchdowns, 2 point afters, and a field goal. Left the final score 17-24. Now, let's look at the NFC Championship match. It was New Orleans versus Tampa Bay. New Orleans gets 2 touchdowns, 2 point after in the first quarter. Tampa Bay only get touchdown and point after. Then in second quarter, New Orleans get a touchdown and a point after, another touchdown and no point after. So that's, they scored a touchdown, kicked the point after, made it, scored a touchdown, kicked the point after, missed it, or it got blocked by Tampa Bay. I think it got blocked, is what happened. Third quarter, New Orleans didn't score. Tampa Bay got a touchdown and a point after. In the fourth quarter, New Orleans makes a comeback again. Tampa Bay didn't score. The defense was on top that time, and they get a touchdown, a point after, and a field goal. Makes the score 37-37. Then in overtime, Tampa Bay kick a field goal, win the game. But New Orleans had a possession before that, not just in the fourth quarter, but in the overtime. They chose tails instead of heads. Turns out it was tails, so they get the first possession of the game. But it's 4th and like 6 or something, or 3 or something, and instead of going for it, they didn't want to turn it over at the 20-yard line or wherever they was at, 15, 30, whatever. So they punted it off, and Tampa Bay kicked a field goal and win the game, which means they are the NFC champions and will fight the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl 55. Up next, now we will look at the weekly awards of this season.
Searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed.
Alright, this is the top players in week 1. AFC offense, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. He made 29 out of 34 throws, 316 passing yards, 4 passes for a touchdown, 1 carry, 8 rush yards. Then AFC defense is Jay Poyer. He is a SS position from Buffalo Bills. 8 tackles and 2 interceptions. Pretty good. Now let's look at the NFC defense. L. Ryan. 11 tackles, 1 interception. He plays for Minnesota. NFC offense, Drew Brees. 33 out of his 42 throws, 614 passing yards, 5 passes led to touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So that isn't good. He threw 2 passes for interceptions, 1 sack, 1 carry, 11 rush yards, and 1 fumble. Jesus Christ, he did it all. So let me tell you this again. He threw 33 complete passes out of 42. All those passes led up to 614 passing yards. 5 of those passes led to a touchdown. He threw 2 interceptions. He got sacked once. He carried once for 11 rush yards, and he fumbled the ball 1 time. Let's go to week 2. McCaffrey. He's a halfback for the Carolina Panthers. Wow, holy shit. 18 carries for 168 rush yards, 9.3 rush average, 2 rushes for touchdowns, 1 fumble, 6 wrecks. I don't even know what that is. All I know is racks, not wrecks. Run after catches. I don't know what a wreck is. 77 wrecked yards, 12.8 wreck average, 2 wrecks for a touchdown. I think those are passes. NFC defense, K. Alexander. 12 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 interception. So he tackled 12 times, he sacked quarterback twice, and intercepted the ball 1 time. Then AFC defense, we got X Howard. I'd say that's Xavier. I'm not sure. 6 tackles, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Jay Crowder, wide receiver. 11 wrecks, 233 wreck yards, 21.2 wreck average, 2 wrecks for touchdown. Let's go to week 3. AFC defense, D. Ward of Cleveland Browns. 8 tackles, 1 interception. AFC offense, Lamar Jackson of Baltimore Ravens. 27 out of 39 complete passes, 329 passing yards, 2 passes for a touchdown, 1 carry for 13 yards. Then the NFC defense, we got Lavonte David, middle linebacker for the Tampa Bay Bucks. 8 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. Then NFC offense, we got Jay Goff, quarterback for Los Angeles. 17 out of 25 complete passes, 253 passing yards, 3 passes for a touchdown, 3 sacks. He got sacked 3 times. Lamar Jackson didn't get sacked at all. 4 carries, 19 rush yards. Week 4. C. Mosley, middle linebacker for the New York Jets. 14 tackles, 1 FF, and 1 FR. I have no idea what the fuck that is, but I don't know. And then AFC offense, Patrick Mahomes, doing good. He got a good season today. 30 out of 34 complete passes. Pretty good. 281 passing yards, 4 passes for touchdown, 3 carries for 13 yards. Then NFC defense, we got E. Kendricks, middle linebacker for Minnesota Vikings. 14 tackles, 2 sacks. Then for NFC offense, we got the great Tom Brady of the Tampa Bay Bucks. He threw 31 out of 43 complete passes for 450 passing yards, 8 passes for a touchdown, 3 interceptions, so he found 3 interceptions, not very good, 14 carries for 180 rush yards, Jesus, and he rushed twice for a touchdown. That's pretty good. AFC defense, B. Jones of the Miami Dolphins. 8 tackles, 1 interception, 1 FF, and 1 FR, which I'm still trying to figure out what that means. R. Tannehill, for a quarterback for Tampa. R. Tannehill, quarterback for Tennessee Titans. That's a tongue twister. 32 out of 44 complete passes, 440 pass yards, 4 passes for touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, 4 carries, 7 rush yards. He didn't have his rush game going on. NFC defense, Lavonte David, middle linebacker for Tampa Bay. 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 FF. NFC offense, C. Wentz, quarterback for Philadelphia Eagles. 25 out of 30 completed passes, 280 pass yards, 4 passes for a touchdown, 3 carries, 18 rush yards. Week 6, Debo of Pittsburgh Steelers. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Not too shabby, but not too bad. D. Watson, quarterback for Houston Texans. 20 out of 36 complete passes, 266 pass yards, 5 passes for touchdown, 1 interception, 3 carries for 14 yards. Jack Coleman of Detroit Lions. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Pretty good also. Then NFC offense, Tom Brady again. Week 6. 32 out of 42 complete passes, 355 pass yards, 4 passes thrown for touchdown, 1 interception, 11 carries for 121 rush yards. One of those rushes led to a touchdown. Week 7. Inkiwai Tokoski, middle linebacker for Raiders. 9 tackles, 2 sacks. Derek Carr, or is it Darius Carr? I forgot. Nigga, you're not known very good in this league. 30 passes, 39. Wait. 30 out of 39 complete passes, 437 pass yards, 3 passes for a touchdown, and he got sacked once. Jay Collins of Detroit, 10 tackles, 3 sacks. Tom Brady, week 7 this time. So that's 2 weeks in a row he's been a top player. 31 out of 37 complete passes, 413 pass yards, 3 passes for touchdowns, 2 sacks, 13 carries for 158 rush yards, and 2 rushes for a touchdown. Week 8. L. Wilson, middle linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals. 7 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes again. QB for Kansas City. 24 of the 35 complete passes thrown. 411 pass yards. 4 passes for touchdowns. Got sacked twice, 1 carry for 6 yards. D. Trufant of Detroit. 2 tackles, 2 interceptions. Not as good as Wilson, have to say. Don't know how he got on there. I'd say Levante David had to do better than that. He'd at least have 5 tackles. Alright, Tom Brady again. This is the 3rd time in a row. 14 out of 26 complete passes thrown. 518 pass yards. 7 passes for touchdowns. Thrown 2 interceptions. Got sacked 3 times. 2 carries for 10 rush yards. 2 of those rushes led to a touchdown. Week 9. C. Mosley of New York Jets. 7 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions. Pretty good. Patrick Mahomes. 27 out of 39 complete passes thrown. 315 pass yards, 5 passes for touchdown, 1 sack, 3 carries for 18 rush yards. M. Lattimore of New Orleans. Shit, I keep forgetting that. New Orleans. I don't recognize that symbol very well. I want to say Saints, but I don't want to say New Orleans. I want to say something like Las Vegas or something, but I forgot. Oakland isn't Oakland anymore. It's Las Vegas. Anyway, I think that's Marshawn Lattimore is his name. 6 tackles, 3 interceptions. Not as good as Mosley. 39. Alright, Drew Brees. 39 out of 48 completed passes. 622 pass yards. 7 passes for touchdown. 1 carry, and that resulted in a loss of a yard. Week 10. Donta Hightower of New England Patriots. 13 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. Joe Burrow, quarterback for Cincinnati Bengals. 23 out of 33 complete passes, 260 pass yards, 3 passes for touchdown, 2 sacks, 1 carry, 5 rush yards. Jay Whitehead of Tampa Bay, 13 tackles, 3 FF, 2 FR. Tom Brady, 26 out of 39 complete passes, 351 passing yards, 7 passes thrown for touchdown, 12 carries for 130 rush yards. Week 11, D. McCourty, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Lamar Jackson, 22 out of 29 complete passes, 290 pass yards, 3 passes for a touchdown, got sacked 1 time, 1 carry for 4 rush yards. Whitehead again on the board, 7 tackles, 2 FF, 3 FR. Tom Brady again, 38 out of 49 complete passes, 422 pass yards, 3 passes for a touchdown, 3 interceptions, 1 sack, 11 carries for 101 rush yards, and 2 of those carries led to a touchdown. Alright, week 12. T. White, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes. Wow, these are some weird numbers. I think this is when he went up against, Tom Brady met Patrick Mahomes, because there's a couple lost yards here and a couple fumbles. Only Tampa Bay defense can lead fumbles. I've never seen no other team get fumble. Alright. 41 out of 50 completed passes, 685 pass yards. 5 of those passes led for a touchdown. He got sacked 5 times, 1 carry for loss of 4 yards, and he fumbled the ball twice. Levante David, 14 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 FF. Tom Brady, 26 out of 35 complete passes, 511 pass yards, 4 passes led to touchdowns, on 2 interceptions, got sacked 6 times, 11 carries for 51 yards, 2 of those rushes led to a touchdown. Alright, D. Lee, 12 tackles, 1 interception. Baker Mayfield, 39 out of 51 completed passes, not too good. 411 pass yards, that's decent. 2 of those passes led to a touchdown, got sacked twice, carried the ball 4 times for 20 yards. F. Warner of San Francisco, 12 tackles, 1 interception. Same as D. Lee, no better than D. Lee of Indianapolis Colts. Mitchell Trubisky, 31 out of 45 complete passes, 352 pass yards. Damn, I always had 352 passes. That's probably the world record. 5 passes led for touchdowns, thrown 1 interception, got sacked twice, 3 carries for 11 yards. Week 14. C. LeBlanc, 3 tackles, 2 interceptions. Darius Carr, 25 out of 40 completed passes, 331 pass yards, 4 passes led to touchdown, 1 sack, 1 carry for 4 yards. K. King, 15 tackles, 1 interception. Tom Brady, 37 out of 45 completed passes, 595 pass yards, 8 passes for touchdown, 3 sacks, 7 carries for 68 yards, and 1 of those rushes led to touchdown. Alright. P. Chung of Chongqing, China, 6 tackles, 1 interception, 2 FF. Still trying to figure out what that is. S. Donald, sounds like an old man. 24 out of 39 completed passes, 343 pass yards, 3 passes for touchdown, 1 interception, 5 sacks, 2 carries for 11 yards. S. Thompson of Carolina Panthers, 8 tackles, 1 interception, 1 FF. Tom Brady, week 15. This is when he started amping his game up. He didn't want to lose that perfect season lead. 29 out of 45 completed passes, 544 pass yards, 4 passes led to touchdowns. He thrown 2 interceptions, carried the ball 6 times for 38 yards. 3 of those rushes led to a touchdown. Week 16, M. May of New York Jets. 12 tackles, 1 interception. That's pretty good. Josh Allen, quarterback for Buffalo. 29 out of 40 complete passes, 353 pass yards, 5 passes led to touchdowns, 2 sacks, 1 carry, 6 rush yards. Alright, that ain't too good, but it's decent. Not good, but not bad. Not horrible, I should say. Little bad, little rubbish. Little scent of a smell of a little bit of rotten puss. Alright. Devin White, middle linebacker for Tampa Bay. 9 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 FF. Tom Brady. Alright. This was probably the worst he'd done. 23 out of 42 passes. Complete. 503 pass yards. 6 passes led to touchdowns. 2 interceptions. 9 carries for 34 rush yards. And 2 fumbles. Week 17. This was when Tom Brady was on his absolute best. This is when Tampa Bay as a team was on its absolute best. As you can see, both guys for NFC offense and defense are both from Tampa Bay. That is because Tom Brady pushed his guys to do the best in week 17, and damn if they didn't. Look at those numbers. I'll get to them later. L. Wallace, Buffalo Bills. 7 tackles, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown. Tagovailoa. He's the quarterback for Miami Dolphins. Never heard of him. 17 out of 28 completed passes, 250 pass yards, 3 passes led to touchdowns, 1 interception thrown, got sacked 4 times, carried the ball 4 times for 23 yards. Levante David again, one of the best middle linebackers in the league. Second would be Devin White. 13 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 FF, 2 FR, 1 touchdown. NFC offense, Tom Brady. 39 out of 50 completed passes, 756 passing yards, 8 passes led to a touchdown, got sacked 1 time, 6 carries for 13 rush yards. 4 of those 6 rushes led to a touchdown. Damn, boy. Alright. Jay Brown of Tennessee. 6 tackles, 2 interceptions. Not bad. Derrick Henry, halfback for Tennessee. 11 carries for 134 rush yards. 12.2 rush yard average. 1 rush for a touchdown. 2 rec, 22 rec yards. 11 rec average. C. Wake of New York Giants. 7 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. Daniel Jones, shit, my bad. His passing record is not good at all. 34 out of 62 completed passes, not very good. I don't know what that ratio would add up to, but do the math, damn it. 439 passing yards, not too bad. 3 passes led to touchdowns, not too bad. 1 interception, that's bad. Got sacked twice, that's bad. 7 carries for 28 rush yards and no touchdowns. That's bad. Week 19. K. Byard. 5 tackles, 1 interception, 1 FF. Alright. Patrick Mahomes. 22 out of 30 completed passes. 299 pass yards. 4 pass touchdowns. 1 sack. And 1 carry for 7 rush yards. Jair Alexander, I know him well. That motherfucker can intercept anything. If it's a Hail Mary to a goal thing to a shot save clock, he can do it all. Alright. 8 tackles, 1 interception. Not so good as Byron, but you know what can you say? 22 Tom Brady, 22 out of 28 completed passes, 228 pass yards, 1 pass led to a touchdown, got sacked twice, 4 carries for 51 rush yards, and 1 of those rush yards led to a touchdown. Week 20, Jay Dean of Kansas City, 6 tackles, 1 interception. R. Tannehill of Tennessee, 27 out of 37 completed passes, 297 pass yards, 2 passes led to a touchdown, thrown 2 interceptions, 4 carries for 19 rush yards, and 1 of those rush yards led to a touchdown. Marshawn Lattimore of New Orleans Saints. Hey, I got it that time, motherfucker. 7 tackles, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Tom Brady again. Look at those rush yard numbers. 32 out of 38 complete passes, 368 pass yards, 5 passes led to touchdowns. He threw 1 interception, carried the ball 10 times for 119 rush yards, and fumbled the ball just once. And that is it for our top players. Look, week thing bullshit. Now it's time to view the Pro Bowl roster. Let's see who we got. Here we go. Quarterback 1, Drew Brees. Because Tom Brady got beat. Because Tom Brady beat Drew Brees. Alright, Lamar Jackson. Are these the quarterbacks that could be in it? Alright, so this is the quarterback picks. We got Drew Brees. This is for NFC. These are the 3 quarterback picks. Drew Brees, Mitchell Trubisky, and Aaron Rodgers. Here are the picks for AFC. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. Here are the halfbacks for the potential pick. C. McCaffrey, Ezekiel Elliott, and Kamara. And AFC, we got Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry, and M. Mack. And then for FB, we got C. Ham, E. Penny, and Julio Jones. Oh, wait, they only picked 2 FBs. Alright, C. Ham and E. Penny. And then AFC, we got A. Ingold and P. Ricard. Wide receivers, we got Julio Jones, M. Thomas, and M. Valdez-Scantling. And we got A. Jeffrey, E. Sanders, Kenny Galladay, alright, that's it. Then AFC, we got Jay Crowder, K. Allen, W. Snead IV, C. Sutton, B. Cooks, C. Pascal. Here are the tight ends. Jay Cook, George Kittle, M. Lewis. For AFC, we got Jay Hollister, Jay Smith, and D. Walker. Left tackles, we got D. Bakhtiari, T. Armstead, and A. Marpet, and E. Jenkins. Then we got AFC, R. Stanley, T. Lewin, Q. Nelson, R. Incognito. Damn, that sounds like some Google shit. Here are the centers, J. Kelsey, A. Mack. And then for AFC, we got R. Hudson and M. Pouncey. Right guards, we got Zach Martin, Kate Peeler, R. Ramscrack, L. Johnson, B. Graham, D. Ford, Aaron Donald. No, that's right tackle. Right end. D. This is AFC. D. DeCastro, S. Mason, T. Brown, B. Bulaga, J.J. Watt, and T. Murphy. And then for right end NFC, we got Aaron Donald and C. Young. For AFC, we got Jay Houston and Calais Campbell, which is on Tampa Bay. He's usually the guy that receives the ball after the kickoff. The defensive tackles, M. Ioannidis, S. Rankins, J. Kinlaw, C. Jones. Wait. M. Ioannidis, S. Rankins, and J. Kinlaw. And then for AFC, we got D. Harrison Sr., S. Richardson, Geno Atkins, I think that's his name. LOLBs, we got NFC, C. Jones, Khalil Mack, and that's it. For AFC, we got V. Miller and T. Watt. Then middle linebackers, we got E. Kendricks, Donta Hightower. Wait, my bad. NFC, E. Kendricks, R. Foster. And for AFC, we got Donta Hightower and C. Mosley. NFC, we got K. Wright, J. Smith. AFC, we got M. Jack and B. Chubb. CVs, we got Marshawn Lattimore, D. Trufant, and R. Sherman, J. Coleman. AFC, we got L. Wallace, B. Jones, J. Hayden, and T. White. FX, we got T. Burgess, B. Baker. Then for AFC, we got Michael Fitzpatrick, K. Byard. And for SS, we got HaHa Clinton Dix, T. Walker. And for AFC, we got D. James Jr., K. Vaccaro, and R. Bullock. No, that's the kicker. Never mind. Alright. Kickers, we got Jay Elliott. For NFC and AFC, we got Jay Barry. Halfback, we got R. Penny and D. Johnson. Backup wide receiver, D. Mooney and D. Johnson. And that is your 2020 Pro Bowl lineup. Expected to be. We do not know if that will change or not. But anyway, there's some more news and stuff going on. But, you know how that stuff is. Let's check on the stadium. The stadium is still under construction, but it should be done soon. And I will see you guys at the Pro Bowl. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm out, bitches.